Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm so excited to be here with Mike Drevers, the founder and CEO of BranchUp, previously the founder of Expedia Cruises. Mike, thank you so much for jumping on here with me. I'm really excited to talk to you.
My pleasure, Dan. Always a pleasure to talk to you and the folks at TMR.
So I speak to a lot of advisors as part of my sort of day-to-day working, and a lot of new to the industry advisors too. A lot of advisors who are building new business plans, thinking about next steps in their career. And I wanted to sort of pose you a question: is that there's a lot of people maybe overwhelmed with how many tasks are part of their day-to-day operations as a entrepreneur, as a part of a small team. And I know this is sort of a passion project for you in your career. I was hoping you could tell us a little bit about what it sort of means to be overwhelmed and how child advisors can think about that as a problem and maybe an opportunity for themselves in the future.
Well, that's a great question, and I guess the cornerstone of that is what do we need to do to simplify? If we're overwhelmed, it's just because there's so much information coming at us. And what are the steps? Let's break it down. And obviously, having been in the business for 37 years now, I've had the privilege and the opportunity to watch many things change over the years. But the reality is the more things change, the more they stay the same. So when you think the only thing that's really changed is technology. Technology keeps improving. And there's kind of two ways we can look at that. We as individuals or individual travel advisors, we can either go and learn how technology works, or we can find technology companies that create technology for us. So it's either do it yourself or it's implement a system that's designed for you to use. Now, the challenge there is it's overwhelming even knowing who do I use, what do I use, where do I go from there. But if we look at, and in an effort to try to simplify, let's just talk about maybe the evolution of travel advisors for a minute.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a lot of people listening today, very different personas, meaning there's the experienced travel advisor who doesn't really need too many new clients because they got a full book and they're selling luxury travel. Well, they didn't start there. We all start, when we first get into this business. I still remember my first day, and it's been an evolution. So, we start selling contemporary products, kind of lower price products, mass market products, and you kind of learn those and you sell those. And as you get more comfortable selling more expensive products, you then move to premium and then premium deluxe products and then to luxury. So recognizing that there's an evolution in this process, I think is a really important thing. Complex travel advisors are always going to be required. And it's kind of funny. I remember when OTAs, online travel agencies, the big ones came on, even Focusrite, I don't want to call them out, but they put up a prediction that it was the end of the travel advisor. And I went, there's no way it's ever going to happen. It will never happen as long as there's a complex travel product, because it's the same way the consumers, they're overwhelmed with all the choices and they need to get to confidence. And that's where a travel advisor will be required, as long as there's always a complex travel product. So again, you simplify it, it's common sense, quite frankly. So, as long as there's cruise products, packages, African safaris, and, one of the biggest opportunities coming in the market is wellness tourism. Wellness tourism is over a $600 billion market right now. Cruise industry is a $60 billion market. So wellness tourism is 10 times the size. It's complex. Well, which wellness resort should I go? A travel advisor is going to be required to take the overwhelmed consumer and make them confident in their purchase. So, it's always quite simple, but we make it complex because there's so much noise out there. And it is confusing.
Yeah. So it seems like, Mike, you're sort of pitching technology as a way to remove tasks from an advisor's day to day, or remove missions that they'll have to complete in order to continue down the road to success. Because I know a lot of your passion, a lot of your team's passion is removing some of those pain points in social media, and that will help lead to an advisor becoming more confident down the road. I guess that's what you're saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about why technology, and let's go back to the basics, the very beginning, because, there's three things the travel advisor has to do, really. There's three. They need to learn product knowledge. They need to learn sales skills because we are salespeople, and when we talk about sales, sales is a psychological process. I always trained on a 6-step process. Step number one, establish rapport. You need to become friends. You need to, like them. They need to like you. You need to establish rapport. And there's things that we need to do in order to do that. The best way we can do that is ask questions. Where do you want to go? When do you want to go? Why do you want to go? Who do you want to go with? What's your budget? All starting with a who, what, when, where, or why. That psychologically, when you're asking open-ended questions, you're building rapport because the customer who's hearing you says to themselves, wow, this person really cares about me. They want to know everything about me before they present. So many people go right to presentation. Oh, I want to go to the Caribbean. Oh, you should go here. Well, you don't even know what they want. So sales, getting sales training, sales skills to understand how the process works, establish rapport, qualify the customer, then present, which raises more questions, overcome objections, close the sale, and then follow up, provide the customer service that's required. So technology can do a lot of those pieces. So for instance, if we have friends and, if you meet somebody new and you don't keep in touch with them, we're not going to build a friend. Okay. So we got to keep in touch, and that's where technology can help. So, and what that is you can pick up the phone and phone them and say, hi, how are you doing? By the way, how's your dog? Everything good there? And you're caring, but you need to keep in touch. And social media is one way to keep in touch. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, your friends and family, your circle of influence are following you on those mediums. So it's a very strong, very fast growing medium. So you can learn how to create content and learn how it all works and try to figure that out, or partner with a company like BranchUp who makes it's all turnkey. So all you have to do is sign up, get a Facebook business page. And we work with the suppliers who want to get their content to your friends, family, and customers. And that's turnkey. So you don't really need to worry about it. Okay. The other thing is, product knowledge. You need to get educated. Well, that's another big piece of what we do. Obviously, before we send anything to your customers, we send it to you. You have a chance to personalize it, and you're going to get educated. You're going to know what the latest promotion is, because the suppliers want the best, latest promotion that they have to your customers in a timely manner. They work with us, we post it, you get the benefit, and your customer calls you. So there's education and promotion, and those are our two keys. And those are the two keys no matter what you're doing in the travel industry. So technology is just helping you do your job more effectively, which is make your phone ring or make an email come in your inbox basket. You then have a chance to, oh, this came from BranchUp. This is such and such. I'm not sure what that product is. You can go and you can look and you can research and get confident before you call the customer back. Start establishing rapport, qualifying the customer, and building that relationship. At the end of the day, our customers become friends. Friends buy from friends. Friends refer friends to friends. So it's really quite simple, but we make it so complicated, again, because there's so much noise. So, our task is really, and this has been my passion for 37 years, is really building the technology, going out and finding out, like AI. Well, you want to go learn AI, or do you want to sell cruises? Like, our job is to go learn AI and figure out how to take AI and create tools that will help the travel advisor establish rapport, keep in touch, turnkey. The more we keep in touch, so you can never do enough marketing. So product knowledge and sales is really the role of a travel advisor. Marketing needs to be done, but you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to look at it. One, the point that things sound so complicated, but it's actually so simple, I think is a good point for travel advisors keep in their mind, because there are new buzzwords, there's new technology. AI seems very intimidating to a lot of people. So knowing that it's simple, it's all serving that same purpose, like you mentioned, serving those relationships, serving the communication, I think is a good thing for child advisors to be aware of. Mike, we don't have a ton of time left, but I did want to ask you if there's anything new with BranchUp. I know I have a lot of readers and listeners who use the product pretty regularly, and I'm curious if they should keep a lookout for anything new coming in the pipeline or any other announcements you want to make sure they're aware of.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Well, in the technology realm, the latest thing that's coming out is what's called co-branded websites. So again, it's about content. You know, cruise lines, hotel companies, et cetera, they have great websites and for their direct business. But what's really cool is many suppliers have said, hey, we've got the content. So we worked with them to how to take that content, but put their name, address, telephone number, email address, et cetera, on top, called the co-branded website, which most of you probably know about. Now, it's great to get a co-branded website, but you need to get traffic to it. So one, we're working to build, and we're launching 2 right now. We're looking to build more of these co-branded websites, which has great content. And then we, through your social media databases and your email databases, we send personalized, relevant content to your customers. They look at it, they click, they go into this co-branded website, and everything that the supplier typically has available is available for you. Your customer can search, call you, and whatnot. So this is where, you know, technology has evolved to today, and that's kind of the latest thing that's come out.
All right. Well, again, always such a pleasure to talk to you, Mike, and sort of get your perspective on things. I know the industry is changing pretty rapidly, and I don't think that change is going to slow down. So it's really nice to hear your thoughts and sort of where the industry is going and what travel advisors should be aware of too.
Thanks, Dan. I really appreciate it. And everybody out there, try to keep it simple and happy selling. Don't forget, you're just making dreams come true for your customers. And keep it up. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Thank you.